Welcome everybody to our Whittle Night in Boatwood June edition of our video newsletter. And as you can see today, we have the strip behind us. As you can see, it's all starting to come alive again. And this is especially for those of you that are not living in Christchurch. So we thought it would make an interesting background for today. Now, I'm often asked about value for money and do people get value for money in their property management? So Kelly, you obviously asked this question many times at your new business meetings. So what do you say?
Well, when I first meet with property owners who are thinking about using property management company like ours to look after their property, the first thing that they ask me is, hey, look, I'm going to be paying you 8% of the rent for you to look after my property. What am I paying for? A lot of people think that they pay us 8% and all we do is collect the rent for them. And a lot of what I explain to them is there's so much more than rent collection when we look after your property. So what we do is in the 8%, unlike other companies, we include a lot of our services in the 8% to make it really good value for money. So what we do is in the 8% plus GST that we charge, there's the cost for advertising that's included in there. We have Thomas in our office who's wonderful. He goes to the property and does really great walkthrough videos. We've had tenants overseas look at our website, look at our advertisements and see the house when they're not even in Christchurch. We've signed up tenants before they've even arrived here. It's been wonderful. In the 8% we also include our administration fee. We have property managers who have many years of experience. At Whittle Night, our property managers, most of them, have been with our company for 5 to 15 years. You know, they've got years of experience. Also included in the 8%, Tania, is we have training by David Faulkner from Real IQ. He comes and sees us every couple of months and we're kept really up to date with trends in the market. We're kept up with legislation and laws. There's always a lot of changes coming into play, especially with the new government. So, you know, our property managers are incredibly experienced. We also in the 8% include our ingoing bond inspections. Other companies can charge up to $100 for these. We also include our post-tenancy bond inspections as well. So we hear of other companies who don't even do these. So before the tenants move in, ingoing bond inspection isn't completed. Now to us that's a no-brainer. Having pictures to show us exactly how the property is before the tenants move in, we have to have those. So that's something we're very strict about. Something else that I get asked all the time when I visit with new property owners is, look, in the media there's been a lot of information about the meth situation that's come to play. Tania, could you tell us some more about that?
No, you're right. Actually, that's correct, Kelly. Last week, the Prime Minister's Chief Scientist, Sir Peter Gluckman, brought out his report on meth, saying it was perfectly fine to and safe to occupy properties that may have had exposure to meth, particularly where the levels are low and obviously not in properties where there's considered to have been a meth lab or something. And it's interesting because we all kind of had our suspicions about this some time ago, and it's been in and out of the media. But anyway, look, at the moment everything's much the same and insurance companies haven't changed their policy as yet. However, that's bound to change by the end of the year, and as you know, there's all this legislation coming in at the end of the year, and I'm sure the testing, there's never been a requirement to test your property for meth before a tenant moves in. I make that quite clear. This has often been determined by people's insurance companies. But anyway, as soon as we hear more, we'll be letting all our owners know so that they're totally up to date. Anyway, everybody, we'd like to say thanks for listening, and I hope you've enjoyed our background today. Thomas is just panning around so that you can see a little bit more. I hope you've enjoyed the ducks in the background as well, perhaps the tram, and we'll talk to you again next month. Thank you.